Hi, I'm Kate, your spiritual fitness coach, and we're going to discover how to win today over fear. People experience fear over many things in their lives. It could be fear of something happening or fear of what is currently happening, and sometimes fear expresses itself as worry. Something may not even happen, but we can get fearful and worry, playing the what-if game and causing ourselves an unnecessarily fearful spirit. There are lots of places to go in the Bible when fear grips us, and my favorite place to go is to the life of Jesus. During his time on earth, he went through fearful circumstances and events, and it can be helpful to see how he handled those so we can use his example in our own lives. There are two ways Jesus handled fear in his life. The first one we'll study is his bravery over fear, and the second is his dependence on the Father in the face of fear. In Matthew 23, Jesus was in Jerusalem for the last time before his crucifixion. Rather than avoid his enemies and those who would kill him in a few short days, Jesus faced that fearsome crowd and called them out for their sins. Jesus could have been fearful of those who he knew had murderous intentions against him, but instead he confronted them in their sin. Sometimes, even though something is scary and we'd rather avoid doing it, following God requires that we face our fear and show bravery. A few chapters later, still in Matthew, Jesus again faced a fearful situation, that of his own coming death. In chapter 26, Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane for strength to face the cross, which was coming in a few hours. Much in the same way as the first example, Jesus showed bravery in the face of fear, but he also relied upon the Father for help in his fear. He prayed, "My Father, if this cannot pass unless I drink it, your will be done." That's Matthew 26:42. He was asking for God to spare him, but acknowledged that God's will was best and committed himself to obey that will. Sometimes when we are fearful and scared, all we want is for God to take us out of the fearful situation. And sometimes God does deliver us, but sometimes he doesn't, and we have to trust, just as Jesus did, that God's will is the best thing, even if it's not what we would choose for ourselves. Recently, I came across an old hymnal and found a song called "Trusting Jesus." All 4 verses of the song relate to our study of fear, but I'll just quote the first verse to get you started. "Simply trusting every day, trusting through a stormy way, even when my faith is small, trusting Jesus, that is all. Trusting as the moments fly, trusting as the days go by, trusting him, whatever befall, trusting Jesus, that is all." I like to use songs like this to remind me of what I know I need to do and to keep me trusting the Lord even when I don't know what will happen. I challenge you today to find a song or verse for yourself that reminds you to trust God even when you're fearful. Memorize it, even if it's just that little line, "Trusting Jesus, that is all," and keep it in your mind for when fear does come. Trust God, trust his will, and now go win today.